It's Jeff and Jeremy in the morning.
Are you in loser denial or something?
Jeff and Jeremy here. We get the Red Zone Challenge running online, kzoz.com. Make sure you get your picks in for this week. We're doing Dumbass of the Day now, and it's brought to you by Peterson's U-Card. In the middle of their big summer sale now through the end of the month. Save 10%.
That's
on
is the end of the month today? Is the end of the month today? Is this September the 30th? Today's your last chance to do it.
It is September 30th, isn't it?
So go hit up Peterson U-Card today.
Well, hopefully they give me something else to say tomorrow.
End of the summer sale.
I'm going to need something for tomorrow, Peterson U-Cart, because today is the last day. I thought we still had a few more days left. No, today is the last day. Holy cow! Anyways, today save 10% on walk-on bark, garden soil, compost, and topsoil at Peterson U-Cart in Atascadero. You can give them a call at 805-466-2840.
Hey, let's do Dumbass of the Day.
Whack, 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 whack.
I have a problem with religion. I have a problem with organized religion, and if there's any clergy members here, I'm sorry. Here's my thing, and it's not the 10 years of Catholic school and the 20 years of therapy. That's a separate issue. That's my own thing. Here's my thing. How do you know you picked the right religion? How do you know? There's a million different gods. You know what I mean? There's a Jew, Gentile, Catholic, Protestant, Miss Cleo. There's a million different damn religions. They all can't be the right one, you know? And when do you find out if you picked the right one? When you're dead. And then it's too late. What happens? You get to the pearly gates and they're all Jehovah's Witness. All of a sudden, you're the one standing on the porch, pounding on the door. Let me in. They're the ones hiding behind the curtains. Wish you took a pamphlet now. Don't you, smart guy? Get the hell out of here.
Dumbass of the Day. 93.3 KZOZ.
It's happening in Ocala, Florida. What would be the safest thing to throw at a police officer, Jeremy?
The safest thing? Yeah. Like that wouldn't hurt the police officer?
Well, any of the books published in the world. Which would be the safest? And I'm talking about during the jury process and the charging.
I'm lost on this question. I don't know what you're asking me right now.
Robert Hoskins was wearing only gray briefs outside of his residence next door to a burglarized property in which he was being questioned on the burglarization of the property. Deputy came to ask Hoskins what happened next door. Hoskins came out holding a Bible in his right hand while wearing the briefs.
Just his underwear and a Bible.
Yeah. And then he's like, do you know anything about the burglary next door? And Hoskins threw the Bible at the officer, who was struck in the face and the jaw with the Bible. Bible's a big book.
See, if he wasn't trying to hurt the officer, I would have said like a Nerf gun.
Right,
or...
Yeah. As he threw it, he stated something like, I condemn you.
Oh.
That's what the other police officer reported in this one. He was tased and then taken into custody following a brief struggle. His wife told deputies that he does indeed have a drug problem, which seemed apparent when Hoskins told the cops God directed him to break into his neighbor's home and free the victim's juvenile daughter. He also pooped on himself at the crime scene.
Oh, God.
He unsuccessfully tried to bolt from the officer.
I think he condemned himself there.
He's currently locked up in lieu of $13,000 bond. But I would think that if the judge was going to be lenient in anything, if the Bible's the one that... But that's kind of disrespectful to the Bible, right? Because you're throwing the Bible at the police officer. So
my question is, side issue here, but, people want to defund the police. Who takes care of this guy if the police aren't there to do it? Just you defund the police and
mental workers. Which
mental workers have to come out and get him, clean him up.
That's fine because if I'm a police officer, I'm cool with.
Who's a mental worker? Like a nurse?
People that deal with mental health.
Yeah, they're nurses, right?
So, if the cops no longer have to take into custody guys that poop on themselves, I think
and throw Bibles.
I think that's a win for the police officers that stick around.
Well, no, if they get defunded, there is no police.
Well, no, defunded means the funds go elsewhere. There's always going to be police.
Oh, there is?
Don't buy into this.
Who's going to pay for it?
This whole
if you've
thing.
defunded them.
If you defund them, that means they get a little less money than what they got before.
Oh, okay. So
And
they're not saying
that money. They're moving the money. They want to move that money. The people that called to defund the police aren't saying take all the money away from the police department and have them be volunteers. That's stupid. What they're saying is take some of the money that they're loading into the police department, take some of that money, move it to the mental health side of things so the mental health worker could go out and take care of the guy that poops on himself after throwing the Bible at the police officer.
I thank you for explaining that to me.
I would be fine with that if I'm a police officer. I'm like, all right, mental health guy, guess what? Just pooped on himself. That's where you take over.
We're out here going to conduct the burglary investigation. You got to deal with the poopy pants guy.
Guess what? I just got a call on a guy speeding down. He was driving 35 in a 25. Got to go take care of that. You take care of this.
Hey, at least he's just wearing his underwear. So, it's not like you...
It's an easy cleanup.
Yeah, it should be. I saw cops once back in the day where some guy got pulled over for a traffic stop, and he said, "Oh my God, I got to poop. That's why I was speeding. Got to let me go." And he never let him go. And then he pooped himself. And then what they ended up doing was calling a fire truck out. I thought this was a bit excessive. They made the guy take his clothes off, and they hosed him down. I mean, I feel bad for the guy because he really did have to poop his pants, and he pooped his pants. And then he was humiliated when he got hosed down with a fire hose.
Now with the pandemic, you could catch the disease. I mean, obviously, if somebody's going to poop themselves after throwing a Bible at you and has a drug problem, their hygiene's probably not a top priority. So, well, what else are you going to do it? You got to do it with a fire hose. Hook it up to the hydrant, Billy.
I mean, think about it. I've watched that show, I don't know, $1 million, whatever, and they buy this $1 million beach home, and how did you become a millionaire? And there was this one guy, and they went and cleaned up crime scenes. Really bad stuff. Mm-hmm. Like gory, blood, guts, all that kind of... That was their job. It was a privatized company. Maybe that's what they need to do, is start a privatized company to clean up people that poop their pants on traffic stops. It's the number one excuse when you're speeding that you have to go to the bathroom, right? Maybe that's...
Would you clean up crime scenes for 15 years if it meant an early retirement?
I don't know. Here's the thing. I'm not a hunter, but I've been in the room when people have dressed elk and deer, meaning they've gutted them and things like that, and fish. I've done myself. It's never bothered me. But man, human blood bothers the hell out of me. I don't know what it is. Like when I worked at a body shop and we would have the tow trucks come in and the blood would be splattered all over the inside of the vehicle from a bad car accident that somebody died in. I could not. I remember once there was still blood dripping off the back of the bumper. Somebody had gotten out to adjust their bike rack on the back of their SUV and got rear-ended and got smashed into his car. This is getting gory. I apologize. But this is my point.
It is.
I couldn't do it.
It is getting very...
I wanted to give you a thorough answer.
Okay.
And I don't think I could do it.
Way to think it through.
Do it. But the dumbass of the day
Would
is...
you clean up this guy on a daily basis?
I don't know.
If it meant you could retire for 15 years on a daily basis, you had to clean up this guy.
If I got paid $100,000 a year to clean up poopy pants every day, once a day, I could do that.
Really?
I think I could.
Ooh, that's a lot.
I think I would at least give it a shot.
What's your job? I just clean poop off people.
But I make six figures doing it.
Congratulations to the gentleman. What is his name? Robert Hoskins.
The pooper.
Ocala, Florida.
Mr. Poopy Pants.
You are Jeff and Jeremy's
Dumbass of the day. 93.3 KZOZ.
Don't be a dummy when it comes to your landscape supplies. Go to Peterson U-Cart on Gusta Road, just north of Quickie Car Wash in Atascadero.
We love U-Cart UK!
Jeff and Jeremy here online at KZOZ.com. Sometimes you read the story and you're like, this is too crazy to be true. And then you look into it, you're like, wow, this is weird. I know sex is important to a relationship. And, I know there's a lot of people that believe that you should wait till you're married, right? We always hear that. But then as we become adults
Who heard that?
And we realize that it's kind of an important part to a relationship. And maybe that's something that should be done ahead of time. 68% of people in a new survey say that it's a deal breaker if the person that they're with is bad in bed. There's a story out of Canada. A couple had to have their marriage annulled because it wasn't working out. And the woman claimed that her husband, who she wed back in August of 2018, so 2 years ago, was impotent, and that they were never able to consummate the marriage.
And where does this take place?
In Canada.
Canada,
yeah.
And it was annulled?
This is the reason. This is how it went down. So the judge noted that ruling in the past, couples were forced to prove such of a claim in front of a jury of medical professionals.
Oh, God. That would be embarrassing.
Number one, he can't get it up for his wife, but he's going to get it up for a bunch of people. He says, but that's not how things work anymore. He says, obviously, we could take affidavits from the doctors and all that kind of stuff. And the man blamed his wife for their lack of the relations in the bedroom, claiming that he has sex regularly with his new girlfriend. I mean, so how do you sit in a courtroom and listen to this and not and keep a straight face?
I love it.
So the couple,
that's a trial that they missed. The court shows missed. Like court TV should be there for this one.
Yeah, they obviously did not try to have any kind of relationship in the bedroom until after they were married, and they were granted the annulment, and they will be able to move on. I know where you sit on this, obviously. I know where I sit on this. I think I know where most people sit on this. I'm guessing it must be a religion thing to wait until you're married. I mean, everybody I know that has been faithful to their religion and their church, this is the only people I know. I don't know if I know anybody that's actually taken it that far. But once you take those vows, can you imagine not being able to? Can you imagine marrying somebody, really liking them, and then
it's a lot of undue pressure because now
and
you
then
have
they never wanted
this waiting thing forever, and it should be amazing, but then you're like, oh, you
do it, and then
the expectations
bad,
are super duper high,
and then one of the two people in the relationship don't ever want to do it, and the other person does.
Yeah, who knows what that's all built on? You know?
Yeah, God, I can't be with you. This is. You're the one person I'm supposed to be faithful with the rest of my life, and you want nothing to do with me?
You really do need to, get as much research in before you say I do, and that's part of the research process. One would think for the things that are important in life for keeping a marriage together. I mean, look, these guys lasted 2 years, and then they realized, well, just not that into you after waiting for God knows how long. Well, God doesn't know how long, and He knows if they truly did wait too.
So, if you're young, if you're thinking about getting into a relationship and you're considering waiting, there's maybe one reason not to.
Wake up. Jeff and Jeremy in the morning.
Jeff and Jeremy here online, KZOZ.com. Join the program anytime via the text or the phone lines at 805-543-3693. We're on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Follow us now at Jeff and Jeremy.
I thought this number was going to be a lot lower. They surveyed parents and they gave them some math quizzes, and they figured out that their math knowledge taps out at around the 6th grade level. Like, I'm not kidding you.
This is coming up for you. You're going to have to start helping with homework.
My daughter was in 1st grade, and there was these word problems that we were going over, my wife and I, and we could not figure them out.
Yeah.
1st grade.
You don't use it, you lose it, right?
Exactly. We could not figure it out. Now, if it was like spreadsheets and mathematical equations using a calculator, yeah, that's fine. If it had anything to do with economics, it's fine. I'd be fine to do it. But once you start getting the words and then the ratios and all that stuff.
If I had to do long form division right now, I don't know if I could do it. I'm pretty sure I have not done that since. I mean, I know I did it in college a little bit because I had to take that test to do it, but I did well on that test, but I don't remember.
Okay, let's do a test here.
Oh, let's not. No, this is.
I'll do the test. You just give me the numbers. I'll try to figure it out.
All right.
Find a
sure
pen?
You want to
Come
do
on.
this?
That's fine. I'll try it. I'll give it the old college try.
All right. So we're going to take.
Don't have the answer. I mean, you'll have time to figure out the answer.
Well, yeah, I know.
The long form.
I'm going to write it down first. All right. 246 divided by 5,320.
What? Why?
That's long form division.
But the 246 is the divided by.
How many times does 246 go into 5,320?
Which goes on the left side of the little hangman?
The small number goes on the left.
Okay.
The big number goes inside. I think.
Yeah, 246 by 5,300 and. What was it?
5,320. All right.
I cannot do this.
Do you do the big number on the calculator first or the small? See, I can't even do it on a calculator.
Let's try it with a smaller number.
Divided by 246.
Let's do it with a single digit number on the one that's going to be dividing. And let's do it with like a 3-digit number on this. Because I think I might be able to muddle my way through it if I can. Okay, so I'm going to do 6 divided by 230.
You do the big number
231 divided by 6, okay?
231 divided by 6?
Yeah. I can't do long form division. I don't know what you do with the 6 and I think you go with the 1, right? Like 1 goes into
1 goes into I know 6, people are listening to this right now, but honestly, who could actually do this? This is crazy.
6 times without a calculator, right? 3 goes into 6 2 times, and 2 goes into 6 3 times. That's not right, because that gives me 326. I just times everything.
Oh, dang it. I just screwed that up.
I cannot do long.
I'm trying to just do it on the calculator. This should be a game show. 231
Oh, no.
divided by 6 equals 38.5. And so to check that work, you go 38.5 times.
Wait, you're doing it on a calculator, dude.
231. Okay, that's how you do it.
You're not writing it out. You're doing it on a calculator.
Exactly. I couldn't even remember how to do it on a calculator. You do the big number first and you divide that by the small number. Oh, my God. How did we get here again?
6th grade. And believe me, I know 6th graders know how to do long form division. Ours is not tapping out at 6th grade level. Ours is tapping out.
You know who could probably do this is my wife. She's so smart, but I don't know. It's like this would be a fun game show, wouldn't it? Let's see if you don't tell anybody what they actually have to do. Here you go. Do some division.
I don't even know how you get. So it's 38.5. That's what I arrived at by doing it on a calculator. I don't know how that gets to 38.5, and I'm pointing to the 6 on the left side of the little hangman thing.
Well, you used to do this thing where you would do,
on the right side.
You would do something under the 231. Remember, you would bring it over.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Yeah, but I don't remember exactly how we got there. Would we times it? I don't know.
Did you figure it out?
This has got to be painful. Well, yeah, it's 38.5. I did it on the calculator.
Do you go, wait, hold on a second. Do you, I'm just going to sit here and say, do you? So wait, 6 goes into 23 3 times, right?
Okay.
And then you have some remainder. And you take that remainder and then you add to it. So the remainder is
4.
5.
5, sorry.
5. And then you put it by the 1. And then the 1 and the 5 should equal out to be an 8, right?
But it's not.
How
it's
do
6.
you do that?
1 and 5 is 6.
It's actually,
I think you did it wrong.
30. It should be 30.
Wow.
Based on my long form division knowledge, it would be 30, but the calculator tells me it's 38.
38.5, yeah. So
I only missed it by 8.5.
Yeah, but you're wrong. So we're doing it wrong. We're doing it wrong. I bet you can go on YouTube and learn how to do that again.
That's a good idea.
That's a good way to brush it up.
That's a really good idea. It's like hanging a subway tile.